Why does sitting at your desk all day leave your neck stiff and your shoulders aching? It's not just about being at a computer, it's about how you're sitting. So, we're going to break down the desk posture that's silently wrecking your spine and how you can stay out of chronic neck and shoulder pain. So, here's the deal: when you sit in a slouched, rounded position, what most people do by default, you shift your spine into this abnormal C shape. Your head starts jutting forward, your shoulders round in, and even your low back flattens. That means your whole spine starts to collapse. Over time, this posture increases pressure on your discs, weakens your muscles, and stresses your ligaments and joints, especially in your neck and shoulders. So, now here's what you can do instead. So here are some basic guidelines to follow when you're sitting at your desk. So first, you want to maintain a neutral pelvis. And that means, ideally it's going to be all the way up against the back of the seat. But in a minute here, I'll show you what I sometimes even prefer instead. Uh, so you want that nice and neutral. You want your spine upright. You see your ear over your shoulders, over your pelvis. The legs here are, at a minimum parallel with the floor, but even, I should say your thighs, and your thighs parallel with the floor, or even better, up slightly. So the hips are above the knees. You want your feet flat on the floor, and that will help keep your head and neck and shoulders from rounding forward. You want to maintain this and keep the stress off your shoulders and upper back by having your desk in a position to where you're not shrugging your shoulders up. You want to make sure that your elbow is, elbow, I don't want to say 90-degree angle, probably over a 90-degree angle, but you want your forearm parallel with the floor. Okay. So with that again takes stress off the shoulders and doesn't allow you to shrug them up. Another fact here, another adjustment you want to make is having your eyes about 18 to 24 inches away, so about a foot and a half to 2 feet away from the top third of your screen. So that again will help keep you from, well, what you want to pay attention to is to make sure that you're not shifting your head forward to see the computer screen, because again, this is the alignment where, or the misalignment, I should say, the head being forward, the forward head posture, that causes a huge amount of stress on the discs, on the spine, weakens the muscles, tightens muscles on the front side of your body, on the front side of your neck and chest, and then just keeps that stress and strain chronic and active. And sometimes you don't even know what you did or why you did, because this is a chronic repetitive stress. So if we can help with this, it will help to decrease that stress and decrease the chance that you'll get chronic neck and back pain by pushing your spine out of alignment. The biggest thing here is to take breaks. You can have the greatest sitting position in the world, this ideal position, but if you sit there for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours without getting up, taking a break, or moving from this position, it's still going to cause the same effect because you're not moving. So you want to shoot for every 30 minutes at a minimum to get up and move around. Now, I'd be surprised if you can't get up, but let's say for some reason you can't get up every half hour. And I'm talking on a daily basis. Now, if there's a one-off where, like, for example, if I'm doing a webinar or an interview, I'm going to be in that position for 45 minutes, an hour. Those times are fine. I'm talking about your everyday life. You don't want to get stuck behind a computer looking at a computer screen if you don't have to. So that's where it comes into play, where you want to get up every 30 minutes. Okay? Got that? Beautiful. So here are some, healthy spine accessories to help you deal with the sitting posture at your desk. You might not have the benefit in your workspace or in your office of having a a standing, adjustable standing desk where you're kind of relegated to sitting. So here, one, if you are working on a laptop, those are hard to, get in this position. So a laptop stand is a good idea where you can place your Chromebook, your laptop on there, so it lifts it up and angles it so you can have a better posture while at the desk. Ergonomic chair. I don't have a specific ergonomic chair that I recommend. So, just a few minutes ago, I said, making sure that your hips are up against the back of the seat and you're quote unquote leaning. You don't want to be leaning against the back, or I don't like people leaning against the back, because as you start shifting your body back, then the head and neck goes forward. So what I would suggest is, yes, take your hips and pelvis to the back of the chair, but then keep your body upright. Don't lean against the back. You can, again, like I said, you can have the best chair in the world, but it's still a chair and you're still sitting. So you want to make sure you get up. And I'd almost rather you not have a hugely comfortable chair, because then maybe you'd be, motivated to sit there for too long without getting up. So that is a tip that I like to give it as well. And it's going to feel weird at the beginning, but you can do this in a dining room chair. You can do this in like on the couch. But again, we're talking about desk posture here, aren't we? So the last thing that I would recommend, or another thing I'd recommend, is a kneeling desk chair. So this helps to put your body, your spine especially, in a more relaxed position, in the fact that it's not causing stress and strain on your low back especially. But if we can align the low back, tilt it forward, tilt the pelvis forward a little bit, like with this type of uh, kneeling desk chair, then it helps to keep the shoulders and neck in a healthier position without it shifting forward. So these few things, so I'll put links to the laptop stand. I'll put link to the kneeling desk chair so you can take a look at that and see if that would be for you. So the goal isn't to sit perfectly still all the time. It's to sit smarter and break up the sitting as much as possible. So if you're dealing with neck or shoulder pain, because you're working at a desk, these small posture shifts can make a huge difference. Try them out, see how it feels. Let me know in the comments what part of your posture needs the most work. And definitely hit the subscribe button for more real world tips. Keep your spine checked in and checked up on. And if you want a more complete plan on your posture throughout the day, I'll provide a link for my everyday posture plan, which gives you simple, no extra time needed posture adjustments for the activities you're already doing, like sitting. No complicated exercises, just practical, easy to apply changes that make your movement safer, smoother, and more pain-free. All right, until next time, be your own guarantee for your health and your life.